my new website is done. And basically what I did was I went into WordPress to find themes that could work. I wanted to find a theme that would be relatively easy for me to use, something that was kind of a plug and play, drag and drop. I didn't want to be writing code, all that jazz. And the reason why I primarily wanted to do that was because I wanted to make sure that if I had to, if when my business gets big enough and I have to offload this to someone else, I don't want to have to pay someone who's like an expert at coding to be able to manage my website. I want to have somebody who has just a good understanding of technology that could ultimately take over that portion of it and do updates and easily post things and all that good stuff. So I found a WordPress plugin called Elementor, which is a really great plugin, super easy to use, very much drag and drop tool. And I'm going to show you guys basically how it works so you can kind of see the way that the drag and drop tool works. I'm just going to create just a quick page just so you guys can see what it's like. And I'm showing this to you because I want you to understand that this is a really super easy tool to use when creating a website for your business. Now, obviously, I'm a commercial agent, so all of my website elements are going to be commercial agent related. So as we go through, I just wanted to make sure that you understand that. So the specific theme that I found was called Magic Elementor Lite, which is a super easy theme to use. And you can either click this customize to customize some of the theme details, which is going to be more big picture stuff, right, on that theme. And you can kind of see here, you can upgrade if you need to. I didn't. I'm just using the regular version. But you can identify sort of a theme identity. Here's where the logo's going. You can add site titles if you want to, taglines if you want to, all that good stuff. But generally speaking, there's a bunch of different things that you can edit here if you like. This is going to be more big picture theme related elements. Now, if you want to go specifically to pages, you go here to on the left side here where it says pages and just click on pages. And then you can just, when you start, you can just click add new. And then, I usually will just create, we're going to just create like a practice page, right? Practice page, and I'm going to say edit with Elementor. Okay, and then what'll happen is it should start loading the Elementor tool, and then it gives you some elements that you can put, and this is all drag and drop. So for example, I want to create the basic elements of the page, so I'm just going to put in here a couple of structural elements, right? So I want to have two sides, and then maybe I want it to have a main element under it, and then another two sides. Let's just do that for now, right? So the top element may be a menu element that I might add. So if you go to this here at the top, you look up, you could actually just look it up, right? Hey, I want to add a menu. You have a couple different navigation menu options. So let's go ahead and, let's go use this one. This one's what I'm familiar with. Right, and then it adds a menu, and you could actually drag stuff right and left, and you see that it's not large enough, so I could just drag this out here, right? And then now I have my menu set up. And then if I want to add colors to it, I just kind of click on this section here, and then over here I have layout options, some style options. This is where I would add color. So let's say I want to add, here you go, I'm adding red to it, for example, right? And then if I want to add something on this side, which may be a logo, I might add an image. And I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I just want to give you an idea of what it could be like, right? So I'm going to add that, and then I'm going to add this logo. So there's my logo, right? So boom, I have a menu option, I have my logo, and I'm good to go, right? And then now you ask, well, how did I get my menus? Well, I'm going to go ahead and just save this as a draft. Save this as a draft. And I'm going to go out here, exit, and under appearances, there's a menus option where I created my menus. And now you need pages to be able to create menus. So you would have to create a couple pages. And maybe in your menu section, you wouldn't have that yet, but you just add a couple of basic pages. And even if you don't fill the pages with any content, you'd have the basic names of the pages. And then you basically click on whatever elements, whatever pages you want to add, and you add that to the menu, right? So obviously I already have these in my menu. So let's see the About Us I wanted to add. I just click Add to Menu, and it just pulls it over, right? And just says, here you go, About Us, right? Which I don't really want. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. But that gives you an idea of how the menus are created. So I would just venture to say that it's a good idea for you to take some time to just get familiar with something like this, to put together, if you want to do a WordPress menu. Now, WordPress is not the be all end all. There are some really great plug and play tools. WordPress will give you a lot more flexibility over time, but there's some really good, flexible options that are usually have like a monthly subscription that you got to pay for. This would include Squarespace and Wix, for example. Those are two really powerful tools that you can build your website with. And if you want something that's even easier than WordPress, that's going to be a lot less technical, has a lot less elements that you got to learn, then Wix and Squarespace are awesome tools. Now, just realize that they do have their limitations because you're working within the parameters of that space, but they're still powerful tools and you can do a lot with them. So I would highly recommend that you explore those. Just realize that they usually have a monthly subscription that you're going to have to pay. And depending on the complexity of what you want, you may have to pay a higher or lower monthly subscription. So as long as you're comfortable with that, Wix and Squarespace are really cool tools for you to engage with. I personally, I'm already familiar with WordPress, so I'm happy to use it. There's a lot of plug and play stuff that I don't mind a little bit of the technical elements of it. So for me, that works out really well. And I know that I have a lot more flexibility on what I can ultimately do with a WordPress site versus like a Squarespace or a Wix. But they are very good tools. I would highly recommend that you explore them. There are some free, they both have free versions that you can explore. They're super limited, but they're pretty good, just to kind of give you a chance of how to use them. But they're really, really cool tools. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention. Ultimately, my website, just so you guys know what my website ultimately looked like at the end of the day. I think you should be able to see that now. Let me see if it shows it to you. I want to show my website. Why is it not showing my website? View tab. That's the tab I want to show. Share this tab instead. Here you go. All right, so this is my website. So you can kind of see what it looks like. I think it's pretty clean. It has some good call to action buttons, pictures, some basic language. I did do some SEO on all the paragraphs and stuff like that, just to make sure that it's optimized as good as possible. There's a nice little contact form, as well as an additional menu on the bottom with additional information, right? So if you want to check out questions about financing, right, there's a financing page, right? That's kind of cool. It gives you some information, insights, all that good stuff, right? Just to kind of give you some insights on the different kinds of properties that are, or rather the market, how the market is treating each of these properties. Looks like it's behaving a little wonky. So I'm going to need to fix that. So this is still a work in progress. I'm not quite there to launch, but I'm almost there. I'm almost there. So that's I just got to fix some of these little minor details. Anyways, I want to share this with you because I'm trying to document my process on how I'm expanding my business, and I think it's important that anyone who is looking to have a business, you definitely want to have a website. And this is a way that I was able to kind of develop my website. And I want to share that with you. So anyways, if you have any questions about, just this element or what I'm doing or what I'm working on, this was kind of really important for me to share to share as part of the documentation of my process, and to let you guys know where I'm at and what's happening. So I feel like this has been a lot of progress for me this week. My goal was to have this website up and running by the end of the week. It is Friday, so I just need to kind of tie up these last loose ends, and I think I'll be good. I've tested everything else. All the buttons work. All the links are working. So far, so good. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of tweak these little bits, and then it's going to be a fully launched website. So Anyways, if you like what you're hearing, please comment, please share, please, go ahead and like the video. All that helps the algorithm to let people know, more people know of what's going on. And if you, like I said, if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I'm just here to kind of show my process and let you know what's going on with me. Okay. Thank you for your time. I'll check you guys later. Peace.